this week we're previewing, of course, the Southport Sharks versus the Gold Coast Suns game. As you can see, Jason Cotter is not with me this week, but I am joined by a very special guest. There's not many people who know more about the game of AFL than this bloke, and I'm of course talking about Brent Kelly. Brent, welcome.
Thank you, BK. It's an absolute pleasure to be here filling in for the great man himself, Jason Cotter.
Brent, massive game this week. Sharks taking on the Gold Coast Suns, of course, at Fankhauser Reserve. How do you see it?
Yeah, of course, the Suns coming off some really good form recently and making a charge at the final six. And of course, the Suns went down to Aspley before the bye, and they'll be extremely hungry to get another W into that column.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Look, you don't like to talk about the big finals, but I'm sure that you can possibly agree with me when I say that the loser of this game is going to find it extremely difficult to play in that final series.
Oh, look, I'm sure if you ask both coaches, they'll be saying they'll be taking it 1 week at a time. Of course, Josh Fraser and Nathan Bock, old teammates and now adversaries in the coach's box. But look, you're right. It's going to be extremely difficult to make a charge if you don't get the 4 points this week.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, let's run through that team to take on the Gold Coast Suns this week. And from the back line, Glenn Screech, Luke Hill, Adam McKenzie, Dylan Troutman, Kieran Brennan and Ben Headland. Brent, let's have a look at that. Kieran Brennan at centre half back, the big fella comes in because of a couple of injuries to the Sharks. He's normally played most of his game in the ruck and up forward. How do you think he'll go?
Yeah, big kids, 200 centimetres, really good in the air, really hard to beat one-on-one, and I'm sure that playing back down there, if he does start indeed down back, that he'll be extremely hard to beat.
True. Centre line, Robert Blood, Tyler Cornish and Luke Shreve. If we could just touch on Robert Blood for a moment, coming off his, of course, under-18s program with Queensland, and he finds himself into the side. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, Robbie Blood, he's a fantastic talent, had a really good carnival, and I'm sure that Nathan's wrapped that he's got an opportunity to play a young fella and see how he goes. And look, if he doesn't get drafted, I reckon Southport would be rapt that they could actually hold on to him, because I can really see a big future for him at the Southport Sharks.
Half forward line, Jason Burge, Ben Merrick, James Holland. Full forward line, Rob Clements, Ben Hancock and Nick Burton. Obviously you can see there's an absence of Jack Anthony, who's serving a 2-week suspension. A little unlucky after his game against Aspley, would you think?
No, obviously someone in your position can't comment, BK, but yeah, but I can. Look, I think he was probably stiff on a couple of the, or at least one of the charge. But look, you know, these things happen in football. I think Jack will obviously take his medicine, but his return game is against Aspley. And I reckon that I wouldn't mind actually paying to see that game. So yeah, he'll be fired up for that.
Yeah, that's the way I saw it. Yeah, true. Rucks, Christian Bock, Josh Hunt and Jared Brennan. And the two AFL experienced boys on the list come in and go straight into the midfield this week. Is that a ploy to try and, I suppose, strengthen the midfield against an AFL side?
Oh look, yeah, you'd think so. I mean, the Sharks are going to need drive coming out of that midfield if they're to get on top of the Suns. I think Andrew Boston has been dropped out of their best 22, comes back into the NEAFL side. He's been named in the middle. He's classy. He can find the football. So I think by having Hunt and Brennan go into that middle, it'll really provide a bit of, I suppose, experience and muscle around the ball and give the Sharks first use.
Yeah, right. Bench. Interchange from Tim Jones, John McCanch, Darcy Trask and Hayden Keel. Well, thanks Brent, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on Sharks TV. I wish you all the best in your future endeavours.
Yeah, look, thanks BK, it's been a pleasure to be here and I wish you well.
So there you have it. Southport Sharks to take on Gold Coast Suns this week from Fenkhauser Reserve, 1:30. This game is live streamed, so search for the link on the NEAFL website. Until next week, goodbye.